Hey YouTube, Zuko here. Welcome back to the Fire Nation. I'm playing with you guys. My name's Emkin75 or Jimmy, whatever you decide to call me. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 2019. Woo! We did it. We're here. We're here for another year. Thank you for staying on this planet for another year. Thank you for being here. You're awesome. We're all awesome, right? All right. So let me get straight to the point of this. In 2018 for me was not a good year. There was a little bit of bad things that dragged me down. So I didn't really focus on the positive things in 2018. I want to be able to change that here in 2019. Now that it's a new year, I guess I could start making resolutions. I can start becoming a better me. Even though you shouldn't necessarily wait for a new year to start making a better you. I think the reason why people start making, the better them, the resolutions at a new year, because it's a new start. It's a fresh start at a whole new year. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pull the original and do a New Year's resolution, completely change the way I do things. So some of my New Year's resolutions, and these were actually inspired by a couple people that I was watching over the past year. So one, I kind of want to do a daily vlog. Maybe do a few-minute video every day about something that I've learned or something new that I did, or just something that isn't me going to work and coming home and streaming video games or playing guitar, or the same monotonous task that I did every day in 2018. I want to be able to show improvement or show that I actually got out and did something in the world rather than, coming home and playing video games. I want to do this because I want to, show improvement for myself, but I also want to share a little bit of my life with you guys. So every day for the next year, maybe even more, hopefully even more, I'm going to be uploading maybe a couple-minute vlog of, again, something new that I've done, something that I've learned. Maybe even recommend a book that I've read, or do a quick review of a game that I played or something. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. On the topic of books, I recently watched a PewDiePie video, and you guys should be like, PewDiePie? What? You mean the meme lord himself? And yes, I mean PewDiePie, as in Felix, most subscribed guy on YouTube. I watched a video of his, and it was really kind of inspirational. He had a resolution in 2018 that he would finish whatever he started. And, that's a very good idealistic thing to have. No matter what he did, he wanted to finish it. And I thought that was a good idea. But what really struck me is he had books that he was reading, books that people recommended to him. And no matter what book he picked up, he ended up finishing it. Now, what I want to do in my 2019 year is I at least want to read a few books this year. I haven't read a solid novel or a solid book in probably over 5-6 years. And I stopped reading because of, technology, right? The advancements in technologies, whether it be phones, PlayStations, Xboxes. I found other interests that weren't physical reading. And I think that really deducted away from my vocabulary, but it also deducted away from my imagination. It deducted away from a lot of different things that you wouldn't necessarily get when you do read. So I want to be able to read a solid book maybe every month, or a book every 2 months, or whenever I decide to finish a book. And I want to be able to read through that book. I want to be able to finish that book. And I want to be able to come back maybe on a video, and I want to be able to tell you guys about this book, maybe summarize it in a way. So, say I read Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park, for example. I want to be able to read that entire book from start to finish, page to page, and I want to be able to come back and I want to be able to say, hey, I did this. This is what I took from the book. This is my personal opinion on the book. And this is what I think of the book from the movie. Jurassic Park is my favorite movie. I want to be able to do this, not only for content, but just for the sake of my own sanity, hobbies, and really to escape boredom. Another thing that PewDiePie said was that not a lot of people do read fiction or fiction. So there's a lot of nonfiction out there, and there's a lot of drama novels, which I guess fall under within the realm of fiction, that a lot of people read. And it's great to have real world information, but it doesn't drive the imagination as well as fiction. Because when you're lost in a fictional world, say you're reading Jurassic Park, or say you're reading A Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne, you're lost in that book. You feel like you're the character. You're reading through it, and it's just a very, very, I don't know how to explain it. It's a very weird feeling. I guess it'd be weird if you haven't read in a while. But there's feelings of adrenaline, there's feelings of excitement, dread, and whatnot that you don't necessarily get from any other place other than reading a book, because what you're reading is fueled by your imagination. So whatever you are thinking is based off what the author depicts, and everybody's thought process is different. So when I was reading A Journey to the Center of the Earth, I was thinking they were in close-knit catacombs, Jesus Christmas, close-knit caverns, as they were trekking down to the center of the earth. And when they got to the center of the earth, it was kind of a big hole, or big cavern, so to speak. I haven't read it in forever, but it was definitely one of my favorite reads as a kid. So that's kind of what I would like to do with the books and the vlogs. In 2019, I'd also like to cut back on swearing. I swear like a sailor, and I like to use alternative words. So instead of saying stuff like fuck, I'd bite my tongue and go or something goofy like that. The reason why I want to cut down on swearing and use alternative words is because sometimes swearing isn't appropriate when you can use words that are better to a situation. That's for damn sure. On the side of video games, I'd like to stop raging. In 2018, I was an absolute rage cage. And that's something that I think I need to fix. I definitely need to fix. And I hope that I could just laugh off the silly things that happen to be in video games. Even though I am a verbal nuance, I'm going to try to better myself in that way. I'd also like to be more cleanly. So I'm kind of a mess. Kind of a mess right now. It's not that bad, but it's just something that I'd like to buckle down on. In 2018, I didn't exercise. So this year, I at least want to make it a goal to do some form of exercise. This morning, I did walk for about a mile today, which was tiring, which I think is a good thing. The reason why I think it's a good thing is because I have sleep problems, and it's mainly because I don't do a whole lot other than play video games. Um, so hopefully, some form of exercise will get me into a habit of falling asleep earlier and actually getting a good night's rest. Um, so yeah, I hope that will happen. Um, we'll see how that works out. I don't know necessarily about a gym membership because in spring summer I will be going back to school. Hopefully, we'll see what the situation is with my apartment. I know I'm moving back in with the folks just to go back to school, so we'll see how all that works out. Um, Possibly get a Planet Fitness membership. I know there's a couple around me that I could go to, and I think they're cheap, but I'd have to look more into it. The first time around that I got a gym membership, I was locked into it for 18 months at $45 a month, and then they renewed at 90 every year. So I was locked into that for about a year and a half, and that was just no fun because I never went. And the reason why I never went to the gym was because I didn't necessarily have anybody to go with. And I know that's a lame excuse, believe me. But when you're with somebody at a gym, um, confidence levels rise, but you're also actively participating with somebody that you could be somewhat competitive with. Now, seeing people at a normal gym, you can't normally be competitive with them without, I guess, feeling like you're trying to undermine them in a way. So, um, maybe I'll just stick to basic exercises, and if the time comes or an opportunity arises for me to get a membership to the gym, maybe. I don't know. But exercising is a big priority in 2019, which is this year. So, top 3 resolutions for this year: exercise, reading, and the daily vlogs. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, you guys had a good, safe New Year, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, and I'll see you guys maybe again today in a game video, but I'll definitely see you guys tomorrow for another vlog. Adios.